Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Lake here, Lake the Stock Bull, and welcome back to another video. So today I got 5 stocks that I'm looking forward to sharing with you today. 5 stocks that I think have big potential moving into mid-February of 2021. Now I know this is a Valentine's Day special, so I want to shout out to all the fellas out there with significant others. I hope you enjoy the day, and I hope that this is an incredible day for you to spend with your significant other. Now it takes a lot of time and effort to make each and every one of these videos that I put out weekly, sometimes more than weekly. So if you appreciate the value, the insight in this video, please consider subscribing and leave me a comment down below saying what stock you want to see in the next video. I respond to all my comments. I love hearing from you, and it keeps me motivated and driven to keep pushing out these videos. So without further ado, happy Valentine's Day. Let's get out there and make some money. But before we get into the stock picks from this week, let's go over some of these stock picks from the last couple of weeks. So the first stock that I pointed out from last week's video was OPEN, and this stock had a 25% week. I took profits on this position on Thursday when the stock was at the all-time high, and I'm currently out of this trade. Next up, we got Pershing Square Holdings that finished the week around $33 in the after hours, about a 10% week. I really like Pershing Square, and I'm going to continue adding on the dips because once this merger is announced, possibly before February the 18th, I see this stock shooting up easily over $40 a share. And I think that a lot of investors are starting to realize that. And the last stock that I'm going to shout out is going to be ticker symbol AYRO. This stock had a crazy week, up nearly 39%. And on one day, this stock was up 50%. Congratulations to the bag holders, the people that stayed true to their thesis on this trade. It was very profitable, and congratulations to you. All right, so the first stock that I've got for you today is going to be Corsair Gaming, ticker symbol CRSR. So the reason that I like Corsair Gaming is they just had their earnings, and they beat their earnings in a big way. They came out and they had earnings of 53 cents per share against the estimates of 7 cents per share. Now let me ask you watching this right now, what do you think happened after these stellar earnings were announced? Do you think that the stock went up 15%, or do you think that we saw a pullback? Now, if you're anything like me, you would have thought that this stock would have had a massive rally, but that's actually not what we saw, which is why Corsair Gaming is at an excellent buying opportunity, in my personal opinion. To make Corsair Gaming even sweeter, we saw that the revenue increased 70% year over year, and I believe that this figure is going to continue to increase as we see a rise in gamers, in people that are interested in the video game space, in people that are interested in the cryptocurrency space. They need computer parts to make these massive PCs to do all of this mining, and I believe that Corsair, which makes a lot of video game and computer hardware technology, is going to have a big year in 2021, moving into 2022 and beyond. We see here a graph of video game users. If we take a look at this graph, we see that active video game users worldwide is increasing pretty linearly year over year, and I believe this is going to continue well after 2025. Now, what is this going to mean for Corsair? I think that a lot of people are going to be playing video games, which means that there is going to be a pent-up demand for the premier, the top shelf products. I know me personally, in my gaming computer that I had many years ago, I had Corsair products as the RAM, and they worked great. And I'm not surprised that a lot of video game users are turning to Corsair for their video game pristine needs. So if we take a look at the chart, we see that Corsair is currently trading at $43 a share, which is about 20% off of their all-time highs at 51%. Now, in my personal opinion, I think that Corsair has a lot of room to run upward because I don't think that these stellar earnings and the future revenue growth have been factored in quite yet. So for me personally, I believe that Corsair is going to be anywhere from $60 to $90 by the end of 2021, and I see these gains as moving forward even more, moving into 2022 and beyond, as we continue to see this online, this video game sector increasing substantially. We have many more users. People are getting excited about this industry, and it's just a matter of time until investors start catching into this and they pile money into these companies, these hardware, these software companies that are working to make the PC world even easier to use and even better. So for me, Corsair is going to be a buy anywhere between $40 and $45 as a long-term play. Or if you're looking to swing this, I would be a buyer in the $40 range at that line of support, and you could play it up to that line of resistance over at around $46. Okay, so the next stock that I got for you is actually going to be an update from a stock in my last video. That is going to be BLNK, ticker symbol BLNK. So this is actually a stock that was shouted out from one of my viewers, Tony Trott. So thank you very much for this recommendation, and I got you in this video. So if you don't know BLNK, they are a charging station for EVs, and this is going to be a field that I am very bullish on during the Biden administration for the next 4 years. I think a lot of people are going to be driving EVs, and we're going to need charging stations for this massive supply of electronic vehicles. So the demand is going to be massive for these charging stations, and I think that BLNK and other rival competitors are going to have big years for the next couple of years. But for the short term, I would be very careful with BLNK because we do not have very many bullish indicators. So we see here that BLNK is currently trading in an ascending wedge, but what worries me is that the RSI is not tied with the stock price. So if you take a look at the RSI in the last couple of days, you see a general uptrend. If you take a trend line and you plotted it on the lows of the RSI, you'd see that they have a positive slope and they are gradually going up. Now, typically what this would mean is that we are seeing a gradual increase in the underlying asset value or the price, but in this case, this is not what we're seeing with BLNK. We see in the last couple of days, the price has traded pretty sideways, while actually the RSI is gradually increasing. Now, this is a bad sign because the RSI typically goes along with the stock price, and when it does not, that is a very weak indicator for a bullish pattern. So I think Monday is a very important day. If the stock opens green, I could see some very big things for BLNK in the short term. But if the stock opens red, watch for the reversal and watch for an even better price to get into BLNK. I could see the stock dropping anywhere to the low 40s to the high 30s if we saw a reversal, and I would load the boat at these prices as a long-term investment because, like I said, I like BLNK, I like what they're doing, and I like getting in early on this EV field. So the next stock that I've got for you today is going to be a technical play. That is going to be ticker symbol SPPI. That is going to be Spectrum Pharmaceuticals. So popping up at the chart, we see that we're trading in an ascending triangle. So if we take a look at the chart, we see that we're trading in a ascending wedge, and we're trading right at that line of support. Now, this is a penny stock, which means that it's going to be really volatile. This stock could go up 10 to 30% up or down overnight. So this is something that you really need to be cautious about. You need to have tight stop losses, and you need to respect those stop losses. There's no nobility in poverty, and there's no nobility in staying in a trade way after your stop loss has been hit. You're gonna lose a lot of money, and you're gonna look like an idiot. Trust me, I've been there, and I would not like to make that mistake ever again. So for me, SPPI, I'm going to buy on Monday at this 3.5 range, and I'm going to sell right around that $5 level if we see a rally in the next coming days. Something that I see that could happen because since this stock has so many bounces off of that line of support, I'm going to bet that it's going to do that again. I'm going to bet that we're going to see a gap in the next week or two, and I'm going to play. But remember, respect those stop losses. Okay, so the next stock that I got for you is going to be AFCYG. That is going to be AFC Energy. Now, this stock was shouted out by another one of my viewers. Thank you very much, Matthew. Appreciate the stock pick. I hope you enjoy this one. Now, AFGYF, I actually like the setup a lot. I think that this stock could break out. We see that it's currently trading in a descending triangle pattern, which is a bullish indicator, and I think that we could see big things in the next couple weeks for this stock. We have a historical line of support right at that $1 level, and that's right where the stock is trading. This is a great buying opportunity if you like AFC Energy for the short, mid, or the long term. Now, for me personally, I would be buying and I would be waiting for a breakout above $1.20, and I would be cutting my losses at 80 cents. This way, we're going to see about a 10 to 20% downside with a pretty hefty 50 to 60% upside potential for common stock in this circumstance. So AFC Energy, a little high risk, high reward kind of play. If that's what you're into, if you're into penny stocks, this is a good one for you. I could see some big things happening very soon. Okay, so the last stock that I got for you is going to be Karyopharm Pharmaceuticals, ticker symbol KPTI. Now, this is a stock that I've shouted out in the past because of its extreme high volatility, but this high volatility actually bit me in the butt because I did not get as much gains on my contracts as I wanted to in the past when I bought them. So in the future, I'm going to be trading KPTI with contracts. So pulling up the chart, we see that this stock likes to oscillate between that $17 level and that $15 level, and currently it's sitting around that $15 level. Now, this is a stock that I would hold on to for a very short time because this stock is either going to have a big bounce or we're going to see a gradual recession in this stock, and I don't want you to lose your money. So I wouldn't hold on to this stock for more than a week. I would be buying into that $15 level and I'd be selling once it's near that $17 level. So a lot of good things for KPTI in the short term. So that's the video, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and leaving that comment down below. Just want to say thank you so much to my incredible girlfriend who inspires and motivates me each and every day to be the best version of myself. But Lake's not going to get sappy right now. You know what we're about on this channel. We're about going out there and making that dough. So without further ado, let's get out there. We're going to have a nice green week. Let's get out there and make some money.